Oh, can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go. Can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. I'll be right beside you. I see your heart, see your mind, see all you hide. I won't let you go. Can't let this die. When you lose yourself, I'll be right beside you. crashing down, and we're building back up again now.
A man who on every occasion has given the best that he has.
I'll be right beside you.
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Masters League Week 2, and we are here together for another round of absolutely fantastic action, and what a day to start off the league, the week. And Nico, welcome back to the desk. It's been a few days since we've seen your beautiful face, that nice porn stash there, and man, we miss you, my dude. Why don't you tell us what you've been up to, what you've been enjoying?
Honestly, it's mostly been schoolwork. Nothing too exciting, midterms, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
nothing too
Family
exciting,
issues.
Mr. Dallas super fan over there.
Yes, the reverse sweep. We haven't even talked about it. The insane reverse sweep on New York.
I made
Not
I
gonna
made a
lie to
little
you.
touch on it during cast, I believe, either the day after or the day of, whenever it happened, and not even just that reverse sweep. You're also looking at the massive clutch up, the 3-0 over the Thieves roster to grab that first place in the group and really help cement a lot of people in a lot of people's eyes that they are still a top team contending to hold their championship, rings and trophy. And another team out here today in the Masters League looking to also showcase that they can hold their own trophy that they got last year is, of course, the ADS Gaming roster here. And they're going to be up against a very tough opponent. That's going to be HiFi, a team that came out hot off the block in one of our early matches last week. Nico, I'm not sure if you were there to cast it with me, were you?
I do remember that. It was a hot 3-0. Can't remember who they played, to be honest with you.
The team that they took down was the 302 Esports Blue roster. So it was a bit of it was a really one-sided matchup there, and the person that really led the charge for the team ended up getting MVP of that matchup was, of course, Insanity, the boy that you kept mentioning over and over again. You even mentioned in the reflection at the end. He put on a clinic, and once again, they showcased it off stream in defeating the team that they were up against in the off stream matches. That would be, let me double check this one, Redux Esports, a team that showed up very well in week 1 on their stream match, but unfortunately fell short in their matchup against HiFi 3-0 thrashing as well.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the only team I haven't seen in this doubleheader is ADS. And initially coming onto the ALG League, they were hyped up. They were the favorites considering the defending champions. But again, HiFi, like I can't see a stronger performance from them. Of all these matches that I've casted, HiFi by far was just the most impressive. Every player on that roster had a profound moment in that just absolute dominant sweep. So honestly, my favorite, it's as biased as it is, it's going to be HiFi. I want to see Insanity keep up the consistency that he had last week. And I don't know. I hope it's going to be possibly a game 5. We see a second hardpoint map. Let's be real. I think we're tired of 3-0s. We want to see some competition.
Well, now that you're mentioning some maps here, let's bring that up for the spectators to view here, as we are going to be loading up the game in the background while we cover these maps. Hot off the block, hot off the press, we're going to be we're not printing some money, but we will get to see the money from Raid twice in the series if we go all the way to map 5. We're going to see it first off, starting on Raid, will be the hard point. We will see double Garrison following that, then to a checkmate, then to S&D for the 5th map. Nico, the players really want to jump into this one right away, so without further ado, want to intro us the players here that we have on these sides?
Yeah, so I'm going to start off with...
the names on your screen are going to be flipped, but I'm going to have them right on the screen, don't worry.
Okay, so ADS is Naruto, AIM, which sounds actually familiar, Chronos, and Modern, and of course, HiFi, HiFi. Astro spams Insanity and Zim, the seemingly dream team, the unstoppable squad that just absolutely steamrolled 302 Blue. And already off the rip, they aren't looking too hot. But again, I mean, these few seconds, they could be a hot start or they could be absolutely meaningless. Modern gonna get taken off the gunfight again. The trades. See, this is the toughest part to really predict the speed and the momentum of these players, because it's these players are still playing off cold. You really don't know when these scrims were last played, but right now pinstripes across the board, trades consistently coming in.
Yeah, you did mention speed over there, and well, somebody that came to mind when I thought of speed had to be Dr. Disrespect. Speed, violence, momentum. And right now we are seeing a violent momentum coming from Cronus, except he's gonna die off there just as I start to give him some praise in the pocket there. For ADS Gaming, Momentum and the rest of their team have been doing a phenomenal job in accruing points to get themselves a lead going to the P2, coming from P1. They were able to get the initial time on P2 as well, but now we start to see the side of Team HiFi lock in a really strong defense around this hill, and they already stopped one nice go at it at a break from Team ADS Gaming, and HiFi, they're looking like they're going to grab the rest of this time. Now, whether or not they can also get across the map to contest for the next one, it is going to be all up to Modern. A player substituting in for the roster of ADS Gaming who played, if my memory is correct, in the final series, or if not, during the playoffs last year in the run ADS Gaming took to get all the way to the championship win. And Team HiFi, they're going to be back on this. They're going to be on this point first, and well, they're going to be looking to grab 2 back-to-back points here. But ADS Gaming, they have something to say about it.
Yeah, right now the second lead change of the match has come in. 50 points up now. Team ADS are now standing on the point, but the contest is here. Modern's going to win the gunfight against Insanity. And right now, Naruto is going to get a trade. The contest is here. 63 points there. 13 up. Modern trying desperately to play his life, but as I say that, he's going to get taken down by Zim. Kronos, right now, they're just at a stalemate. But Astro chilling in the back. 8-5, leading his team. And Kronos at a staggering 10-5 early in this match. 15 seconds left on the hard point. And it looks like it's just going to go to ADS Gaming for the time being.
Yes, you see really strong breaks out of both these teams. Initials happen to be pretty good, but right now, it's like Rams butting heads here. I don't see much defense. I'm really just seeing offense. It's just break after break for these teams. Their defensive holds on these hills haven't necessarily been the strongest. Like we both have mentioned multiple times already, pinstripe kill feed. Right now, so far, with the lead changing back and forth action that we've seen so far, the slaying being very interesting so far as well, it's shaping up to be the series that we expected. 2 2-0 teams going at it, and they're delivering what the audience has been wanting. We saw a little bit of this crazy action and awesome gameplay in the first week alongside with some really, I would say, one-sided matchups. The best matchup being the 3-2, and well, we're getting another one of those matchups in front of us with the high potential to not be a 3-0 off the blocks in this week 2, and the league is becoming a lot more interesting, Nico. Like, I'm seeing teams in here that are new, that are showcasing that they can really fight with the teams that are returning, and I'm seeing some lackluster teams that are returning with lackluster performances last year, and they're showing up big time in this new season. So there's a lot to prove here in these early weeks, and right now you're seeing these two teams prove a lot. And Team ADS Gaming, they are proving so far that they are the better team in this hard point with this lead that they've accrued past 60 points. They've doubled their opponents here in HiFi. Your team that you wanted to watch through this one and cheer so heavily for, not doing too well in the initial hard point.
Yeah, and you got to start to think like what those main factors are going to be for the lackluster performance on the side of Team HiFi, and it's got to be Insanity. 9-15, I believe the last initial hard point that I saw him play on, he went off. I think he hit a 30 bomb the first time I saw him. He was getting 2-piece after 2-piece, and right now, as I say this, they're down 70 points. but Team HiFi are gonna at least stay on the point and accrue just a tiny bit of points. But again, the break coming in for ADS Gaming. AIM is gonna win the first gunfight. He's gonna be trying to nade and stun his way back all these players, trying to keep them off the hard point as long as he possibly can, and it seems like it's gonna work out for the time being. 40 seconds left. They can hit the 200 point club here. As I say that, 199 if they play this perfectly. But Astro, he's going to win the gunfights. He's going to be able to push in. And, this is exactly what they need. They need to at least hit the 100 point club before 200 can get anywhere near for the side of ADS Gaming. And Naruto is going to lose the gunfight up close to the 74U. AIM going to pick off one. AIM looking for a second, but he's not going to get it. He's going to push Spams back, keeping him away, keeping his life, playing for the trades, playing for
Oh,
information.
no.
Get down, and he's going to get caught by Insanity. Wow.
But
This is looking hot.
so back and forth, you're seeing players on both sides winning some really scrappy gunfights here, and at the end of the day, you're seeing ADS Gaming just coming out on top on some of these trades. It's just, it's a number that's probably around 7 out of 7 to 5 in terms of the amount of clustered trades scenarios that came out, and ADS Gaming have just come out on top. It's not too large of a difference, I don't have a perfect stat for that, obviously, but this is just based off of what I've been seeing so far. And ADS Gaming, they have been the team to trade better in this opening hardpoint, and rotations have been a big factor as well in hardpoints. But with both of these teams being, in my opinion, very Slayer focused, it leads me to believe that it's not so much whichever team in the end out-rotates the other. It ends up being whichever team ends up slaying better than the other. And right now, ADS Gaming, they have the numbers. And they are, though, however, going to have to break into this hill. AIM is going to grab one. He's going to have Insanity still live by a thread. But there we go. Wow. We see the side of Team HiFi drop and ADS Gaming break through. Though there are streaks in the background being used by Astro. It looks like he was able to accrue a few streaks in the background that we just did not notice. And 23 and 14, best KD in the lobby, most kills in the lobby as well. He's doing a lot for his team, and it needs to start showing up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the weakest point on the side of HiFi right now is just their defense. They get to the early rotations, and when they set up, they're just easily broken by the side of ADS. And ADS are just able to keep them there, keep the contest for as long as possible. Even if they're not accruing points for themselves, they're still losing the gunfights. Kronos is going to take him off. Astro is going to win his gunfight in the back. And again, pinstripe after pinstripe. Astro trying his best to carry his team, but he's going to win the second gunfight. 1 HP. This man has got a hair kick left of health. He's got streaks, and I think he might be able to catch at least.
No way! I swear he streaked his teammate out. Oh, the Insanity!
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I mean, at least he's gonna be able to play his life here, get a trophy down, trying to close the gap for the lead. But again, the defense is just not there.
It's paper thin. It's paper thin.
Ay. And right now, Kronos whiffing all of his shots, gonna miss the player, but his team nade is gonna be the one to take him out. And again, just like that, the defense is broken. Wow.
Once again, like I told you before, guys, this is like Rams button heads. These teams don't play defense. They only know one thing, and it's offense. And right now, the last scraps of this point will end up going away. And that was all they needed, was 1 second on the hill. They did not defend it well enough in the end. The 1 versus 1 could not go the way of HiFi. And we see ADS Gaming taking map 1 with a decently comfortable scoreline. It wasn't a 100-point club. It wasn't too embarrassing for the side of HiFi, but still not really what we were expecting. I think we both expected something a lot tighter, Nico, didn't we?
For sure. I mean, these are reigning champions coming back to play a team like HiFi, and from what we've seen, it was a stomp and a half that HiFi really put on against 302. And as unpredictable as it could have been, it was nonetheless the point difference and the lead changes, although weren't very prominent, still it's a fight. And this S&D right now is truly anybody's, and I believe the player to really lead that is going to be Astro, and we're just going to have to see how versatile he is in being able to shift his pacing and the hard point, slowing it down, playing a more methodical like player, and instead of focusing so much on slaying, although important in S&D, it's about the brains. It's about the big 1000 IQ plays you're able to bring, you know, play for the win and not for the kills. You know, I have not seen ADS play an S&D map, but it's going to be, I believe it was what, 6-1. We saw HiFi beat over 302 Blue. It was like 6-1 or 6-0. It was a smacking. It was
Um,
not close.
let me just look at those stats. It was a 6-0 for Team HiFi over 302 Blue.
Oof.
And now, if I'm going to just give you guys a bit of info for those of you that missed out on week one's matchups, including more importantly, the ADS Gaming one. So how the ADS Gaming one went, we saw ADS Gaming take it 3-0. The hard point was a close 250 to 223. This is up against Divided We Fall as well, guys, so that you guys remember that one. They won a Search and Destroy that was also respectively close as well. 6-4 was the win in the outcome. And then in Raid Control, we saw the score finish off at 3-1 ADS Gaming's win in the map and ultimately the series as well. The players that stood out in that one were in the respawns was AIM. We definitely saw him stand out a bit here with his teammates here. Cronus, I believe, really led the team and led the charge for ADS Gaming for the most part when you look at KDs. Then you look over into the Search and Destroy, and the player that I'm familiar with performing very well in S&D, I was able to luckily play a few games of S&D over the weekend with him in the ADS Gaming squad as well, and he carried me quite comfortably. I'm wearing something for him as well. ADS Gaming's Naruto, absolutely phenomenal in S&D, and he's gonna have to really help step up, help his team continue to use this momentum and close out that S&D with a great score line to really make the Team HiFi really fear them a lot more. Now, for the side of Team HiFi, looking at the stats and what went on there, we saw the Search and Destroy standout come from Insanity and Astro. Astro getting the best KD, 4-1 was the best like KD, but it's not, 4 kills isn't great. But 10-3 was what we saw from Insanity, and that big Tano 10 bomb was phenomenally helpful and instrumental for his team to get that 6-0 and really stun and shock all those 302 fans that day. Now, I don't know, Nico. I think you're the better person here when it comes to predicting S&D scores and predicting winners in S&D. Who do you got? Do you still have your boys on Team HiFi coming out with this S&D, or maybe you're starting to switch over to ADS Gaming potentially?
I got faith. I have faith in Insanity that he's going to turn this around. He didn't have a horrible game. It was certainly more strategical, that last hard point. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go in favor of HiFi, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be I'm gonna go with the 6-3. I think HiFi are gonna take it 6-3, and I'd love to know what your input would be on that.
See, like I told you, played a bunch of S&D on League Play with some of the stars over on the side of ADS Gaming, and well, they're a great crew. They also have some great pedigree with some of their players also in this returning squad here coming through. Not even being the ones that shine the brightest even in the respawn, but in Search and Destroy they shone really well in the regular season. I think boasting one of I think they were actually undefeated in S&D at the end of the year. And so we are going to be back here, ADS Gaming on the right. I don't have the colors swapped again for you guys, and I don't have the update for the best of 5, but it's okay. Those of you get tuned in beforehand, the series score is 1-0 for ADS Gaming coming off of the hard point. Now, we're on with ADS Naruto, the player I thought would be super influential in the Search and Destroy for Team HiFi and ultimately lead them to win my prediction 6-1 for ADS Gaming. And, starting off out of the gates, we're seeing Team HiFi, not Team HiFi, guys. This is ADS Gaming, by the way. I have things wrong in the game, but ADS Gaming coming out hot with a very quick, and it looked sort of flawless, losing no players, I believe. Maybe just one in that first opening round in S&D, but so much hope for Team HiFi though. That was a defensive round for ADS Gaming, so to me it doesn't tell too much, especially on Garrison S&D where you only have one bomb site to play as an offensive team.
Yeah, pretty much. But right now, what's really interesting is, these very patient S&D matches where just no kills are coming in, and then the second the first blood is dropped, like it just all crumbles from there.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what you don't want to see happening because, you start to lose confidence. When one player goes down, the rest come in. Zim, he's going to be able to take one in the rat tunnels, making it known to Modern that that is his rat tunnel to own. Cronus trying to make something happen. Two players standing over at rat tunnel. 3 versus 4 now. ADS at an advantage. Pardon, ADS at a disadvantage. This team mix-up thing is getting me a little flustered here.
It's
Right now,
cool. I'll fix it for the next one. I promise, my dude.
right now, trying to work a B plan. Players being very patient. Aim gonna get his kill. It's a 3 versus 3, a man-to-man advantage. There's only one player, Astro, chilling over at A, trying to play for information. But Zim, he's gonna get a late reaction, and he's gonna get taken down 3 versus 2. Wow, HiFi at a disadvantage right now. Looks like right now, bomb plant's gonna be coming in. Insanity's not gonna see him. Astro's just playing for a trade in the back. Insanity's gonna lose his life. It's a 1 versus 2 now. Astro's gonna win the first gunfight. 1 versus 2.
So 1 versus
players
3 turned into a 1 versus 2 now. Really interesting stuff as Aim and Cronus are the last two left for HiFi. Aim sporting a 3 kill streak, Nico. This could be where he continues to potentially get some streaks on the board if they continue to showcase this. And he gets that final kill. Like I'm saying, streaks potentially on the board still, especially while he's rocking that AR on Garrison S&D. He just needs to, he can play safe, long angles, and find a few picks early on in each round, and that's play his life. I think he could get some streaks going.
Perhaps. He is 4-0. He's sitting very comfortably. As you can see, the body shots at the end of that kill cam. They are feeling very confident. ADS are not at all phased by this side of HiFi right now. And they're making it known. And Insanity, notably, sitting at a goose egg. The man I had to really pick up the slack. As unfortunate as it is, there's still plenty of search and destroy left to be played. Naruto is going to get taken down over on top catwalk. Insanity is going to be chilling, nearly gets the second one, but Modern is going to win over that gunfight. Spam.
Modern, can he do it? He does.
Second under the tank. Wow, ADS already 3 up. My prediction is looking very grim as Team HiFi need to win 6 in a row for my third eye to be correct. And right now, ADS are looking very, very powerful. It's not looking great for HiFi. Yeesh.
Man, it's looking like Team HiFi is falling prey to Naruto's sexy jitsu here, as he's being a little sleeper right now. He's 2-2. We're still seeing Aim with that 4 streak that hasn't disappeared yet. We're seeing Kronos on a 2 streak as well. Both of them sporting great KDs. Let's see if they can continue to stay deathless going into the end of this actual map. That would be quite interesting for stats outside of this. And ADS Gaming, everybody with a kill on the board, even participation. But now we're seeing the first blood finally come out of not ADS, out of Team HiFi, but a trade comes in real quickly. So you lose that sort of that spark of getting a first blood and having a man advantage really quickly. It's rough. First bloods, like I tell people in Search and Destroy when casting, and even when playing, they're so key and important. But Insanity, the guy that we tell you needs to heat up for the side of Team HiFi for them to really find some pace and pleasure out of this series, he's starting to do so in the S&D, and that's going to be very scary. As Modern's left in the 1 versus 3, Insanity's still on the map here. He's going to have to take down the player in the rat tunnel, and the shot punch comes through. Team HiFi getting their first round on the board here. And Nico, this is where your scoreline, if it's to come to fruition, needs to start, falling into place now. The rounds need to start going the way of Team HiFi, and just for momentum's sake and for probably comms and sort of mood sake and morale sake, Team HiFi need to start stringing something together successfully. They need to see some more positivity out of this Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I mean that first round is just a perfect advantage for them to start licking their wounds, resetting, take a step back, being able to change the pacing of the game a little because pacing is huge. It is extremely huge, especially if you come off a hard point running hot and you just start hopping around corners, you lose a life, just the advantage for your team. It's not so much about kills, but the team Zim,
Ooh.
again, he's gonna be chilling in the rat tunnel, being able to take a kill. Spam's getting his kill to 2 versus 4 now. HiFi at an advantage in this round. They're looking to close it out soon. And right now, Insanity chilling over on the catwalk. Cronus, they know exactly where he is. He whiffs his shot. Naruto able to take one player down, making things a little easier, trying to make something happen for
Oh
his team.
wow.
Kronos is going to get spams from the back shots. Yes, part three. Oh, ay, ay, ay. It's a 2-2 advantage right now. Still end of the
Oh
game.
man.
Naruto is going to catch him. He's going to catch Astro really weak. 25 seconds left to play with the bomb is still down. Zim's looking to catch it. He's going to get spotted.
The guy to get the
With
first kill to start the game ends up dying as the last kill at the end of the game. So unfortunate. Team HiFi looked really great in the start there, but just an utter collapse as the extremely awesome duo of Cronus and Naruto get the team across the line in that round to go up 4-1, make my prediction even closer to coming to fruition. And well, I had the luxury, I'll mention it once again, to get carried in league play by those two just the other day in Search and Destroy, and it was a really fun time. And well, right now Team HiFi having everything but fun at the moment, going down 4-1 right now in this one, and the first blood from Naruto could be very, very, very momentum destroying. And oh my lord, shooting bodies on the map as well. Holy smokes, Zim, a last alive once again in his rat tunnel. They know where he is because that's where he's been at the beginning of the last two offensive and defensive rounds. And it's, man, Naruto, I'm wearing the shirt, man. He's showing up Sage mode, coming around from the box here to get spams. Why you ego challenging me? Sit down. I just sunned you. You are Kimimaru. I can destroy you, and that's what he just did.
Boy, I truly am not a Naruto fan. I don't know who these people are, but I'm sure you're totally right. Oh man, but ADS looking extremely dominant. Chronos sitting at a nice, comfortable 5-1, taking the absolute slaying ability from AIM, his buddy. Sitting at a nice 6-2. Chronos, as I say that, gets the first blood. It's a 3 versus 4 man advantage. The bomb is sitting down all the way in the back, not really being played at this moment. Spams just playing very, very timidly right now. You can tell HiFi are not really feeling as confident as ADS are right now. Zim is going to get pushed back, trying to get another clip into his AR before he can re-challenge. Naruto's going to get taken out of the window. Somebody chilling up at the tank, and he's going to get pushed back. Spams the nades, the fire, the bullets are all coming in, trying to get something, a kill, anything. Another advantage, but Modern's going to get taken out by a beautiful nade placement. Spam's going to be there to pick up another advantage, and Kronos is left all alone to pick up the 1 versus 3. It's a 1v5. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, there we
He's
go.
gonna lose.
Team HiFi destroying my perfect prediction. I am not happy with you guys for doing that. But, I might be disappointed, but for me to say that I'm not excited to see this Search and Destroy continue would be a complete lie, because I want to see an extended search. And if we could see Team HiFi come back from being down 5-1 and win the series 6-5, that would be monumentous in my opinion. And Nico, what do they need to do to actually get it back? It starts off of getting the round on the board, but can they get through this? Like, who do they need to work with here?
I want to say it's Insanity. He had a clean and slow start to the engine at that 2-piece on, I think, round 3 it was. But man, right now 3-6, he's sitting double negative. Something's got to happen. Any one of these players can turn up at any moment, but right now they're all sitting at a negative, and Team ADS is looking extremely powerful. 6-5, 6-3, 6-2, all with 6 kills to their name. But 45 seconds is left onto the playing clock. Modern chilling at bomb site, trying to make something happen over at B. He looks like he's going to find a potential player. His back is going to be to the wrong side. He spots the trophy, Insanity. Ooh, these players are playing extremely patiently, extremely timidly. They know that this could either go back to an extra round or this could be closed out and brought to the control. But as I say that, Astro is going to get the first, oh, not the first blood,
Oh,
nearly the shot punch. Kronos is going to win it, but the trade after over and over 10 seconds left. Modern's going to lose the gunfight. ADS are going to take another round, 3 versus 5.
you mean HiFi? That is HiFi.
That is so tricky, man.
They're reeling. See, Team HiFi, you know, right now, what I want to look at them as is they're more of like an old guy fishing right now, you know. And ADS is a prize catch, and this prize catch has been really making this old guy work for it. But they're slowly reeling it in, and the more leeway, the more slack that ADS Gaming is giving for this fisherman of HiFi to start reeling, the closer it's going to get to them being back in a position to potentially win the map. And it's 5-3 right now. It is. They won 2 in a row. They are going to get a first blood here as well. They're going to back it up with another one from Insanity. This is a collapse from Team ADS Gaming right now, as they're giving away these rounds, and they're looking like they might be the afraid ones. But it's AIM and Naruto, the 2 remaining players from last season, along with their substitute in Modern. And they have to try to do it all here in the 2 versus 3. It's going to be a 1 versus 3, as Naruto's all alone here. Going to try to take down Spams. He's just going to get tags. He can't get the last player on the bomb. And again, this is a collapse. The HiFi, you guys are doing so well now. Holy, they just flip a switch. Every mistake ADS Gaming is making, HiFi is punishing it relentlessly.
Insanity, the man to look out for. Right now, we have such high potential for a round 11 to, potentially bring this game to a tie, a 1-1, a snap back from the hard point. Insanity is my guy, the man to watch. And right now, they're going to play it patiently, seemingly. Another B bomb plant. Kronos, again, catwalk control. Trying to look over his teammates, spot a player, rotating, peeking at the wrong moment. And all of it right now just seems to be a game of cat and mouse. The nades coming in, Naruto, they know exactly where he is. Spams is just going to wait for him. Maybe a challenge could possibly come out. The first blood is potentially going either way.
Both these teams, though, it's just a complete stalemate right now. They're all just holding different angles, trying to find something. Naruto working so hard to try to find a pick here, and instead he's going to get picked off from window by Insanity. And Astro, you don't peek Astro when he has first shots. Cronus dies off to a headshot from that Krieg, and it's now AIM and Modern left to do things together. They have to start here with a big kill on Insanity, but it doesn't come through. Insanity 2 on the round, a 5 streak for Astro. Team HiFi have made the dragon look like a poodle here, as ADS Gaming have completely been transformed by the magic of Team HiFi. And Team HiFi are giving us an absolute treat. We thought we saw a snack earlier. Well, no, this is the meal. And this round 11 is the dessert that we are now given here. This is do or die for Team HiFi, I think. In my opinion, losing this around 11 that you worked so hard to get could be absolutely heartbreaking. And to go down 2-0 in the series, on top of that, the morale, the comms would have to be absolute scenes. But ADS Gaming, how could you squander such a lead of 5-1?
Ooh, and then imagine having to go into the control if you lose this. And I mean, it's anybody's game right now, but the first blood is going to go in favor of ADS. Modern being able to make a big kill, but he's being tagged up. He's being naded, flushed out of that room. Spam's trying as best as he can to take him off there, but the bomb right now looks like it's going to be going down on B. It's a 1-1 death. As I say that, Zim gets the 2. Oh my goodness. It's a 2 to 3 man advantage.
And it's that ratty spot. It's that ratty spot there over at the dolly. That one spot Zin used twice this game to perfect and executed perfectly with it. And wow, Naruto gonna use the same bomb spot that they went for and they were able to win on. The same exact bomb spot that they won on when they played their first game when they won the S&D 6-4. They couldn't do it again. You fooled them. Wow. You fooled the opponents once. This side of Team HiFi, they did their work, they did their research, and HiFi win this complete turnaround from 5-1. The collapse, the utter collapse from ADS Gaming. What were you guys doing?
Rounds.
You were. I was praising Naruto sunning. He spams there, and it turns around, and everything just gets flipped on his head. Astro, bringing them to Astro World.
Oh my goodness, that dude, 1-5. You're down 1-5. You have 5 separate rounds to put a stop to the absolute push, the absolute turnaround. Like that was the definition of an Uno card. Just like the flip no you. That was exactly what just happened. Like that, a team like ADS playing at the caliber that they're playing against a team like HiFi playing at the caliber that they are playing. You pick up the hard point, you have the confidence, you have the momentum. The last thing you want to do is fumble a 5-1 lead in the second map. Now it's 1-1. You have no advantage now. You're right now you're hurt. Comms are probably fuming right now.
What, bro, the chat is completely right, man. They were shooting bodies too. ADS Gaming's Naruto was shot Spam's body, unloaded the rest of his clip on him, practically spat on him for good measure. And HiFi comes around, they turn it all around. They just took the champs. They took the champs, the reigning champs, threw them on the ground. This was what a David and Goliath here. Well, they're both really just Titans, honestly. In this moment, it was David and Goliath being down 1-5. We were my prediction was about to be right, but the prediction gods, Nico, you must not have been happy that my prediction was almost right. You must.
Honestly, we've had a.
I need a task force manager check on you, Nico. I'm kidding.
we've had an S&D prediction drought in the past 3 matches we've casted.
100%.
We needed something, and that one, honestly, I appreciate a 5-1 comeback more than I appreciate my prediction being right, because that was something else. Like watching a team have a very strong hard point and then fumbling a 5-1 S&D advantage, like you really got to start to wonder how the control is going to go. You see the dominance in the respawns. You see them fumble a very calm and collective, potentially calm and collective game mode, and it just all fell apart, and they are spamming ADS aim, maybe because of my ego, because we're gonna be 9-0. Tough.
Hey,
everybody, make it known.
Hey, they are the reigning champs. It's sort of like the reigning champs in Dallas, and how Hastra wanted to talk a bit, about the 100 Thieves. The other day, it was absolutely hilarious to watch how that kind of played out. But he was talking after his team won. That's different than talking before your team has won. And that's sort of what's happening here with ADS Gaming, and it's brutal. It is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, I mean, as fun as it is for the smack talking on that particular topic, it's fun, but then it started to get personal, and then it was just like watching your parents fight. Like, it got kind of ugly kind of quickly, and right now, this is the potential to get pretty ugly. The way that S&D went, like, that's tough. Like, what could you possibly say on the losing end of that? Like, you really need you have something to prove now. Like, this control is going to be extremely crucial for the confidence of both of these teams. You win the control, sure, you buy back some of the I guess lost momentum, and it's going to be a tough one to decide the control, because again, like, these players there's a lot to prove. you fumble a 5-1 lead. I cannot believe, like, I can't believe I'm saying that like out loud, especially these teams playing the way
It,
that they're playing.
that it came to fruition.
It did.
Both 2-0 teams. But hey, we can start moving past this. Fair enough. We are going to be back onto Garrison, so there's a bit of a, they're going to be having some PTSD potentially come towards them, the ADS guys. But what a way to snap momentum. Genuinely, what a way to snap momentum. You lost for HiFi. You lost the first map, the hard point, the respawn. You got outslayed just I don't know, just barely. But I would have to look at the stats once again to really tell how big of a difference it was in slay power. And then going into the search and destroy, your team flips on a dime. They make it a super close search and destroy. It comes out, round 11, team wins. Either team could have won in the end. The momentum just got rode way too well by Team HiFi. And ADS Gaming were put in a position that I haven't really seen them in. Even, I'm trying to look back into last season, and I haven't really seen them put up against the wall like that in a really long time. Probably not since the finals that they had last year up against Team Violence. Now, we are going to be jumping into the next map, folks. So we are going to be loading it up in just a moment, making sure everybody is ready on the side with the players. Those of you guys in chat, perfect time to get you guys to start cheering for the teams that you guys are here to see. The score is tied 1-1. We are guaranteed a map 4 on the cards. We are going into the control. Who are you guys here to see, and who do you guys think is going to take it? I want to see some hashtag ADS win in chat, or hashtag HiFi win in chat. Spam it up, light it up. Just like these players have been lighting things up in the respawns and the search and destroy. It's been absolutely beautiful stuff so far. Nico, you've been enjoying the show as well, right?
Oh, certainly. I'm not I'm not really a biased team fanboy, but like I say, I mean, I seem to be rooting for HiFi, but I'm more of an Insanity fan than I am a HiFi fan.
For sure.
With you.
The man is absolutely a piece of magic. And right now we have the teams swapped and corrected here for you, Nico. Muchos gracias, por favor. And we have the scoreline also up for you guys as well at even 1-1. ADS Gaming dropping the ball in the S&D. Gonna throw that behind us. We are in Garrison here for control. And Nico, for Garrison to control to go your team's way, what are some key factors we have to look at for the team in offense and defense to kind of work with?
Honestly, it's got to be the confidence, man. It's got to be the vibes that you're having. If you're HiFi, you're coming off that hot comeback. You're feeling good, you're feeling fresh. You got to put the first hard point behind you, because the respawns, it wasn't that much of a defeat. It could have been better. The hard points were broken. The defenses were just a little weak on the side of HiFi. But Modern gonna get 2 from the back, the insane flank. Nobody saw that he was there. It was too late before anybody could be able to pick him off. But Modern, already the damage has been done. Zim and Modern both sitting at a 5 and 2 KD, leading their team in slaying power. Insanity's going to catch. No! Insanity, they're going to get the trade. I thought for sure he was going to get that kill long before he was going to drop. And Zim trying to make his way into the hard point. Naruto, again, pinstripes, looking a little too familiar from the hard point. And these players right now, a quick, swift round for ADS Gaming. It's 1-0. That was such a fast control. Whoa, that was fast.
Hey, and that is what happens in control. What tends to happen, especially when you come to the map like this one, where one point is just so much more easier to cap first than the other. And when you have defense over to the side of ADS Gaming, or Team HiFi, I'm expecting you're to win, and that's kind of what shows up. Defense and control wins controls for the most part. The difference maker here, because of both these teams being so proficient with how they play control, they both have a 3-0 control. Actually, no, a 3-1 for Divided We Fall, but a 3-0. I believe they got a 3-0 for ADS Gaming in the off-stream match, but they do have great controls in the books as well. And the slaying power is there. The knowledge is there on how to play control properly. Now, when you come to this map where things are... When things are so tight in between the two, it's like a piece of paper in between a couple at a retreat during one of those games, and that's sort of what we have here. And Team HiFi, they're living in the spawns right now of ADS Gaming, which is very oppressive and brutal here. Spam's gonna get himself 2 in the spawns. He went on a little bit of a streak there. Great work. We're seeing Insanity continue to light things up just outside of Dark. And once again, we're seeing an oppressive defensive round for the team that's on defense. They're just going to be able to oppress the offensive team so well. And Spam's once again going to kill off 2 players, get another 2-piece. You know, I don't know what restaurant you can get a two-piece meal with Spam in it, but Spam definitely deserves to get his own little combo going for some sort of restaurant out there off of the 2 pieces he's getting here. And he's lighting things up big time with the XM4, showing us why it's getting G8 in other regions like Europe right now. And Team HiFi, they are going to get an answering round here in the control, like I would expect from a strong team like themselves. And it's going to be 1-1, Nico, going into round number 3. You know, either team, it's going to come down to the difference in defensive in defensive performances. Whichever team can really play a better defense and make a bigger difference in lives, I think will ultimately result in the winning team here.
I think even if Insanity isn't on an on an incline, you know, they're still looking at a very strong showing here. I mean, Spams, Insanities, both hitting the double digits, the 10s. You know, Insanity has 8 objective kills. He is playing like these sites like nobody's business, making it known that he is the man to be on the objective. He's the guy that's going to lead his team to the second map win. And right now, he's just trying his best to try to pick up a trade kill. He's going to pick up 1. He's going to pick up the 2nd. It doesn't even matter. The damage has been done. He gets a 2-piece. The trade is not even. Dishing out trades and deals like nobody's business. Spams going to get his kill. Zim chilling out right now, being so far the most underwhelming player on the team, but still he's able to make, you know, do with what he has, making sure the job gets done. Modern gonna get fished out with a nade, and he's gonna get cleaned up by his teammate. Zim with the nutty shots over on Catwalk. Spams is gonna lose his life. Kronos again, he's gonna lose his life. 5 and 10 now for AIM, the man to look out for in the hard point. Is not doing too hot, but Insanity, dude, double positive. Why are we not watching this man right now? He's gonna get taken off with a nade.
That's why you don't watch him. Cast your curse, right? As man, Team HiFi doing a great job, but Naruto on the kill feed, getting 3 massive big ones. And that defense once again gonna come in for ADS Gaming, but to me it's just not looking strong enough. I'm seeing Team HiFi play their defenses a lot more stronger, more convincingly. They came out on top coming into this round. When you look at the difference in deaths, because that's how you do the math in this one when it comes down to seeing who's going to get defense for round 5. It will be whatever team has the least amount of deaths. And Team HiFi, look at this. They're stacking up on A and they're stacking up on B. They're going to be the first team to actually get an offensive point here. In Modern, in the background, he's going to get himself a nice 3-piece. But
wow, that's a team wipe.
The damage is done. The damage is done. You know, a point is in the bag for Team HiFi. They're also up in lives. ADS Gaming are having a rough time, back by 3. Team HiFi,
they need to make something happen. Like, they're on the other side of the map. They need to work this A bomb site, or this A. I keep calling them bomb sites, man. Well, I don't know what's with me. But
hey,
points of contention.
I can agree. I've had issues with that in the past as well. But right now you're seeing Insanity, bro. We literally are on the same page, bro.
We're on the same page, man.
Man,
he's just the man to watch.
We're writing the same book here, flipping the same pages, practically on the same chapter. Well, we'd have to be. As Spams here once again, gonna do a lot of dirty stuff for the Team HiFi, and well, the life differential is massive. 2 players left, 1 player left for ADS Gaming. This is going to be potentially an offensive round, but I'm saying this. Time is of the essence here. AIM brought back the disparity. Oh my god, the streak, but the nade comes through. Team HiFi, the offensive round win. The offensive round win.
That is much needed. That might as well be the nail in the coffin for this map, because I mean, having the life advantage on an offensive push. Insanity finished 17, 20 and 12. Man's on a 20 bomb right now. There
And
is plenty. Oh my god.
over on the other side of things, you're looking at the guy that took man of the series for ADS Gaming, going 9-16. That's not what you want to see. Everybody on the side except for Modern going negative, just barely positive is Modern. But Naruto trying to get something going on an offense here for his team. Cronus as well going to be working hard. He was the Slayer for this side of ADS Gaming in the respawn. The first one, the hard point, helping them get that win. But this control has been all HiFi. They've completely threw a wrench in everything ADS Gaming had planned for this series. And it's so well deserved. There's nothing here that Team HiFi does not deserve in terms of praise, in terms of round wins in this mode right now on this map, and even map wins. When you look over at the search and destroy, they've earned everything.
I agree, and I think some of the biggest mistakes ADS is making is they're playing too far and too much around the point instead of being on it. Because AIM, he just spent at least a tick worth just playing that catwalk, trying to fish out Astros, I believe it was, and no time was being added onto those 3 marked ticks, and I just think he's playing too many. He's playing too much for kills and not enough for the objective. But right now, AIM, as I say that, he's finally getting on the objective, going to be able to get the first tick. He's going to win the gunfight over on Catwalk. He's going to try to keep for a second tick. The trophy system's going to come down. The setup is there. The third tick is already in progress. 13 and 9 for the man. Talking on mess. He heard it. He's trying to turn up. He gets the kill on spams. He's now up 3 on a nice clean streak. 14 and 9, full health. Looking for the challenge. He's not going to spot Astro, but he's going to get Zim fishing out Astro. He's going to get.
No way.
5. He is on a 5 tear right now. On the point, looking for the first tick over on A. Oh my goodness, this is exactly what they need. This is exactly what they need to bring it up 2-2. The second tick is almost here. B is already done. The players on the side of HiFi are desperately trying to get there. The third tick is almost in. One player left. There's not going to be able to get it. Spams Insanity's the only one close. They're going to be able to take it. Oh, it's match point for map 3. Match point. Here it is. Anybody. Oh, AIM was the man to watch that. This is his 5 streak right here. That was his 3rd. He comes over around the backside. He's not going to spot Astro. He's going to catch Zim playing Rug. He's going to turn around. He knows there's a player down here. I don't know how he did, but Astro's going to jump around and look at the wrong peak. The AK-47U is going to take him out the back. Big round. Woo.
Things are tied up. An offense and a defense has been won by both teams. The most recent round was an offensive round ADS Gaming had, and they were able to win it. They're given another offense back-to-back. Unfortunately, not able to get that defense that still, regardless on what you've seen before, is still, in my opinion, more favored here. And AIM, right now, playing for these streaks still. He has one more kill to get, some time on the point. That's going to potentially get him the streak. The kills come through. He gets a streak. This is now important. Very, very important. If they can cap this B point, he loses the ability to get the cruise. But if they can cap B early and leave it to an open hill, such as A, those streaks will be so effective in stopping Team HiFi from being able to defend it. And Naruto already stopping Team HiFi from defending that A point. He's going to be able to get one big tick through. The streaks, it sounds like in the background, have been used by AIM. I'm going to hear it and you guys are going to see it. It's gone now. And it's not going to really find anybody. It's only going to be an audio cue for people to use, for people to hear, and potentially scare a few of those players on the side of Team HiFi into hiding. But AIM, once again, threatening. In this spawn area, he's going to find Zim on when he's healing up here. No stim for Zim to use, as he's going to die off there on the slow heal. And he's going to, in the back, trying to trap. And like you're saying, Nico, if he can get these kills, that'll be big.
That could have been huge.
The double stack is going to be massive over onto B here. It's going to help finish the cap out. Cronus needs to get this big kill. That's massive here. He is close to streaks with how much time he spent on that hill capping it. Whether or not he can get himself 1 to 2 more kills to get that streak will be massive, but he will die to Astro. This is massive for Team HiFi as they're bouncing back around here. Even lives, Nico. What a close ending here.
It's coming down to the wire, and right now Insanity trying his best, but no, it's not going to be enough. HiFi need to get on the point. They need to be there for the defense. ADS are waiting for their teammates for a 3-man push. They're all on the point. The second tick is coming in. The players on HiFi are trying their best. The streaks come out. Spams is going to be able to get 2, take them off the hill. They're rushing in there. They're trying their best, holding this 1 tick down. A minute left on the clock and 5 seconds. Right now, ADS need to hurry up. They need to make something happen. Try not to play too impatiently, but they need to play as a team. It's been working for them out. And Insanity already on a 30 bomb. He's that's it. That's a team wipe. HiFi right now looking strong. They have about 2 or 3 more pushes depending on how these next couple kills are going to go to be able to make this push. Spams, he's going to be able to not be able to take his kills off, but Astro's going to win the gunfight over on top. Cat 2 to go down for the side of HiFi. Astro's going to get sniffed out in the window. Right now, 3 players making their way over to the next site. 1 tick still. Nobody's on this site. They're just defending as best as they can. And Insanity, he's going to win those crucial gunfights. 30 seconds left. They need to get on this point now. They're running out of time. They have 2 ticks. Aim trying his best to win this gunfight in the back. This is his spot. This is his spot. He makes the wrong peek and he gets taken down. Insanity is going to be there for the cleanup. Zim, nearly 10 seconds left. Nobody's on this point. There are 3 members of HiFi on there. 7 seconds. It's not.
No.
No shot.
No.
Remaining.
Hey. Goodbye. That's a 3-2 win for Team HiFi. And, well, if that Search and Destroy... If you guys thought that Search and Destroy was going to be the only close map, well, you thought wrong, because this one was hella close as well. Came down to the wire. You know, Team HiFi, you know, around 6, maybe 5 lives remaining, maybe even 7, something around those lines. And, you know, they just won a lot of those crucial gunfights around Brick and were able to hold that down. Taking down one player, I think it was Zim. He was holding Sat for a good amount of time there. And he was able to stop all of those solo to maybe duo pushes that were coming out of green. And, man, in the end, what a defense from Team HiFi. Definitely one that they should have brought through and they should have brought out in the round 4. Made it more of a convincing scoreline for them to instill more fear and, you know, more frustration in ADS Gaming's camp. But, you know, nonetheless, they were able to win the map, and there's a ton of frustration that's got to be in there on ADS. Especially, I have to say it, especially if AIM is reading the chat here, because they are absolutely flaming the man.
Dude, it started off with drop aim, and then he had that nice clean round 4, and it was pick up aim, and aim is cheating. He's honestly, he's got to be the man to take that one. I mean, you know, you're on ADS and you come out with a loss, but aim, he turned up when he needed to, and you know, Insanity dropping a 30 bomb on that map. I believe it was 33 and 26. You know, 30 bombs is 30 bomb, but oh my goodness, aim he's the MVP of that one. You know, he had that nice 5 streak, hit the 5 on. Nearly got the cruise missile. Would have been huge for his team, but right now their main focus is on the hard point, and it's gonna be really, really tough to see who comes out on this. These are the Titan matches I wanted to see. You know, I'm tired of these 3-0s. I'm tired of watching CDL, you know, 3-0s. The Dallas NYSL game, the reverse sweep got me pumped for some like close competition. I'm tired of these sweeps. I want some competition now.
Yeah, let's put those brooms away, ALG League.
These brooms need to be put back in the closet. The dust has been swept enough. Like, let's get down and nitty gritty to the dirty. You know, let's get our hands dirty. I want to see.
Well, perfect timing, as you made a suggestion before that we are going to be coming down to some important maps in this one. And while we are down to the last 2 maps of this series, we're guaranteed only one of them though, because this could be the winning and deciding map. We are going to switch on over to that screen so you people at home can check it all out. It's going to be Checkmate and then S&D to Checkmate, Hardpoint, and then Raid S&D to close things out. If we can get to that raid, it'll be where we started. the last time we saw ADS Gaming take a map in the series was Raid, and these back-to-back Airsons, maybe just maybe this is a map pick that is the best one for HiFi. Maybe that's the reason why they were able to get them so cleanly, off of some really great late series or late map plays. And yeah, just like some of the people in the chat have made suggestions towards, aim choking. He's had some rough scenes, rough situations that he's gotten himself into, in the scores, the KD just not happening for him. Now, looking over at this checkmate for the hard point, Nico, you still with me, my dude?
I am.
Yeah, what is your
enjoying, I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying this chat, man. I don't know if you're reading this, but yes, the hard point on Garrison, man. I mean, honestly, High Five just been honestly the more dominant team when it comes to these man, honestly, it's really tough because these trades, they play the trade so well. They play not for kills, they play not for 2 pieces, for 3 pieces, but they play for the objective. And it's very evident with the amount of objective kills that, Insanity was able to pick up. But I mean, dude, I'm getting a kick at it. Alexa, play Marvin's Room. Aim is surely down bad after that one. Like the chat is always more explosive and more entertaining when we have this kind of competition. The sweeps, it's so easy to talk down on a team that just dropped 0-3, but right now it looks like a potential, game 5. There's potential for a game 5. And which team could possibly come out on top? I have no clue. And I mean, this hard point is going to be either the close of the series or it's going to be our game 5 that we would love to see. It's going to be an interesting one. I'd love to know who you think is going to come out on this hard point, because we love us some checkmate. We do, and especially on a respawn map like this and the way that the caliber of these teams are playing, it's going to be very interesting to see what these players can come out with. Honestly, my 2 players to really look out for, again, Insanity. I am an Insanity fan. I'm not so much a HiFi fan. I have to remain unbiased when casting these matches, but I am very much an Insanity and very much an AIM fan, because, yeah, these players are causing some heat, stirring the chili a bit. I'd like to know what your opinion on this next hard point is going to be.
without a doubt, if anybody in chat, was very one sided and very biased, sure, people can to look at me and be like, "Hey, yo, Chase, you're so biased. You went with a 6-1 for ADS Gaming, and look at what happened in the search. It wasn't a 6-1, it was a 6-5, and Team HiFi came back from being down 5-1. Chase, get that Naruto stuff off. Naruto and his team have been losing the last 2 maps. Like, what the heck, bro?" But you know what? At the end of the day, you know, let bygones be bygones. The teams right here are showing absolutely really great, I want to say sportsmanship in their chat right now in the lobby, in GGs around after the map, some of them even giving each other a bit of gas here and there. And at the end of the day, I'm super excited, not just to see the ending of this series and how it plays out, but also to see what happens in the next one. So for people that are already on their chair for this one, I can't wait to see what kind of heights we can reach with the next one, as well as it's going to be another heater of a series with 2 undefeated rosters, or undefeated teams so far in the league. Now, we are going to get this one underway. Sorry about the bit of delay, folks, as we did change the game mode to the CDL hardpoint, making sure once again that we have streaks put in the right spots, so that players aren't getting unfair streaks. Nico, what are your thoughts about that? We never really answered that sort of a question, or had this sort of a question brought up yet, but what do you think about developers at the beginning of a COD making it so that all the streaks in the game, when you play pubs, you earn them and not having to reset them on death? How is that like in pubs? Like, I feel like that's toxic. I don't really think they should have done that.
I don't think so either. I think it completely cuts the competitive nature out of it. I think Call of Duty is built on the foundation of competition and trash talking. And when you give this, I mean, skill-based matchmaking on paper is a very good idea, but in many cases it's abused. And in terms of these score streaks, they're score streaks. They're not very much kill streaks. I think it caters to the players who just aren't as good. And as unfortunate is, you get to like the end of the map and you got chopper gunners and you got cruise missiles all over the map. You can't even play the last 2 minutes of it because all the bad players finally work their streaks up. I think it's good that the CDL has brought back some kill streaks and not score streaks. Like we want to see some kill streaks. So a good thing we got kill streaks. Feeling right at home.
Well, the other good thing we've got in front of us is another map between these two titans that are really putting all the blood all over the walls here in this one, as we saw two really close maps, and we saw one that was a bit more one-sided than the rest in the hard point. And well, we're back on the hard point, and let's see if we can see a close hard point, or if we see something one-sided again. This is ADS Gaming's back against the wall, their do or die map here that they have to win to extend the series to a map 5 that I know everybody at home wants to see. A map 5 S&D again. That S&D was unbelievable between the two teams, and while Cronus once again is going to be doing a lot of good things for the side of ADS Gaming in the hardpoint, he was the man on a mission in the first hardpoint, and right now he is still continuing to show that he's near the top for his team's hardpoint carries. And over on Team HiFi, they've got some better slaying power right now, showing in their KDs and what people are dropping so far. As over on ADS Gaming, they did a really good job in playing the point, but they do not have the spawns for new.
Yeah, and right now Cronus 4-2. He was the man that had an impressive showing in the first hard point. A very slow start in the search and destroy, but still a choke nonetheless. Insanity is going to get caught in the back. Spams is going to be there for the pickup call, trying to make a kill happen on the aim. The wall bang, just not enough to finish the kill off. He needs to get another mag in there soon to be able to hold that position down. 30 seconds left on the hard point. Not really a huge advantage for any team right now. Naruto's going to win the gunfight, pick up the 25 seconds needed. One player is left. Zim with an AK-47U trying to bring this gunfight closer. 3 players now. Nearly gets the challenge, and he's gonna win the gunfight and nearly pick up the second on the Kronos, but Insanity is there. He needs the challenge. He knows he's weak. He gets the headshot, and there it is, the 10-second scrap time to bring this game to a 10-point deficit right now. Insanity and Zim, the guys making the plays, the people there, to be able to pick up those last few seconds. Insanity, he's gonna win the gunfight against Cronus to get that spawn trap a little bit, push the players farther back in, and mid plane control 50 seconds looks to be in favor of HiFi. But as I say that, 2 players rush in, the trades are coming in. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. Cronus gets taken out and HiFi comes out on top. Spams is taken out top wing. Zim knows exactly where he is. 42-32. It's looking competitive as ever.
Just as you were highlighting all that play-by-play action that was going on, I had an epiphany. I remembered, oh my lord, you can't be getting those team shots like that on the hill, but luckily you have teammates near you to continue to grab time. But here, Cronus slides in onto the point, but my point that I was trying to make there amongst that action was, I believe Insanity is embodying a lot of Hook right now. I feel like he is the player that, he gives off the vibes of for me. And especially based off of Hook's performance, massive performance this week, earning himself Fantasy Points Player of the Week in the Super Week. Massive work from him. And Insanity putting up a performance like that of a golden standard. And ADS Gaming, though they are ahead in points once again, I don't feel like they're really ahead in slaying. Team HiFi, they've heated up. Their guns are heating up. All of their players are around 10 kills, and Modern sleeping a bit in the background here. It's not like his KD is on the back of him getting a bunch of hill time. No, he's going 7-11, looking like he's trying to get some pizza out here, or go to the convenience store. But just so far, everything he's been doing has been inconvenient for his team. And
but as you say that, dude, you're the caster's curse, man. They hear the smack talk and they just fire up. He's already 3. He gets the 4. He's already 4 up. He hears you. He knows we're talking. He knows we're talking mess, and he wants to prove us wrong. As I say that, the caster's curse. There's something about the ability of a caster's voice that just changes the pacing of the game. I don't know what it is. The COD gods looking down on us,
hey,
making stuff happen.
you just gotta do what I do. You gotta criticize the play. then the guy will perform very well. You were shining. You were giving him too much praise, and it gave him too much pressure. He had shaky legs. And,
Thumbs, man.
but right here again, the kill feed going back and forth, but really not so back and forth as I'm saying that is Team HiFi lighted up white, and you know, they whitewashed the kill feed, but once again they have to come from behind on points. And the snap from from Insanity, bro. Naming yourself Aim, really? Like, if you better be on point if your name's gonna be Aim. But
Have good aim.
but ADS Gaming, they're falling a bit flat over these last, you know, 2 hills here, as Team HiFi are striking some gold. Their pan's hot here. Whether or not they're able to put it into some success here, into some points, and getting this one back, clawing this one back, that's the question that needs answering. Modern gonna be on this point, playing the spot we saw Cronus on the original P1, and Insanity once again lighting up bodies with those bullets, and Team HiFi break into the hill.
Much needed. This is a much needed 30 seconds. I mean, they still have slaying power in their advantage, but again, time and time again, we've talked about being able to outslay your opponent, but if you can't pick up the points, what's it all worth? Right now, they're trying to close the lead. Insanity trying to get the next round, and he gets the wall bang. 6 up right now. Oh my goodness, he is just so close to streaks right now. He is so close. He's a 6 streak on. He's gonna give up the scrap time. He's playing this perfectly. He's waiting for the rotation to come in for an early pick, a free kill onto Modern. He's gonna be able to get it. He spots Cronus, but he just takes the wrong peek at the wrong time, spams. He's gonna get the revenge kill. Pinstripes all across the kill feed right now. And HiFi have the rotations, they have the defense, and they just need to hold on to this.
So we will see a streak in favor of Team HiFi's Insanity there, and that is big. He's dropping 23 and 18. Spams is dropping 22 and 14. We haven't really been highlighting him a lot, as he's highlighting the kill feed with a fat 2-piece right there.
Why are we not watching him?
Bro, we can call him Albert now, because he's just, bro, he's so heavily influencing his team right now in this one with the 24 and 15. He's even got 50 seconds on the hill as well. He's Mr. Do-It-All right now, alongside Mr. Do-It-All from the beginning. Insanity coming out of the first match that they were casted over in the league. They're Spams and Insanity working to great levels right now, looking to try to close out this series, as they were able to once again get their team a comeback in a new map, in a new mode. This time in the hard point, they're now up 162 to the 140, but ADS Gaming not going away yet. The point is still with their presence on it. ADS Gaming, what can they do? Modern gonna get some long-range beams with his AK-74 Uzi, showcasing its long-range capabilities. And Aim gonna be trying to get some work done as well on the point. The chat railing him, and he's also not performing where he should be to par that we've seen him before perform at. 17, but Insanity dropping the 30 bomb here. I haven't seen a 30 bomb dropped on ADS Gaming in quite some time, and this is desserts after dessert right here. Zim, sweeter than pumpkin pie right here.
I thought the lead change was for sure going to come in on that underside belly of the plane. ADS were holding it perfectly, but the last 10 seconds were just going to go in favor of Team HiFi. But 30 seconds now, the contest is going to come in. 30-point advantage for Team HiFi. Aim trying his best. I'm sitting at an 18 and 24. A beautiful nade. Going to take out Spams, but Insanity is there for the backup. He is the front man line for this defense. He's nearly going to take off one. He doesn't get a single kill, but he was able to just collect a few points, keep those players back. Zim, again, the same exact thing happened. Just a hair left on the side of ADS Gaming for one player in the trade. A kill, nothing was able to come through. And Spams almost there for his 30 bomb for himself. And right now, 30-point lead. HiFi again with the transition over to the new hard point, the defense setup. It's looking very, very clean. They are playing this perfectly. Insanity in the back nearly with the 2-piece. He's only going to be able to get one. Aim trying to sniff him out. And he's going to win the gunfight. Oh
That
my
was
lord.
saucy. That was saucy. Licking fingers right there. As Naruto in the background gonna get himself onto a streak of 3 with this XM4. Then the streaks are gonna be used now by Team HiFi to try to stop ADS Gaming from staying on this point, as the spawns are now contested for this point by Team HiFi. They will ultimately win those, get more comfort around this point, look to get more points on the board, and get them one step closer to winning this map and ultimately the series, giving ADS Gaming their first loss in I don't know how many months. I'd love a month check if Ray could drop one. And ADS Gaming, they've got to fight here. They have to fight. They are looking like the underdog in this map right now. And quite frankly, they'll be an underdog for the rest of this series if this one
Yeah.
continues.
Oh man, like 20 seconds left. Like you really gotta bum rush in there. Like I don't think there's any time for Insanity to get a 40 bomb. I mean, who knows? There is 4 kills left. There's 15 seconds left for Team HiFi to get this. 30 on the hard point. Spam sitting there. This is such a good play to sit back and wait for your teammates. So time and time again have I seen players just bum rush in there, playing for the contest, not knowing they have plenty of time to work with their teammates.
But
Insanity
ADS Gaming,
everybody.
the team shots come through. AIM gets a nice 2-piece in the action there. And where there was safety and some sorts of insurance for Team HiFi, as they had a player in the back getting spawns, they had a nice lead. The cushion starting to get torn apart here. The feathers are falling out. And Team HiFi, they do have more players in the back here trying to get spawn than ADS Gaming have players to defend it. But those HiFi players are cut down. Deforestation has happened. Team HiFi cleared down. And this point, if taken perfectly, while aim is higher than a kite here in the kills department, one more, maybe 2, get him the streak. He hops on the point. This could be the winning one right here. The turnaround.
They're spawning in the back. They're spawning up close. There's only one player. 2. He's trying to get back on the hard point. Aim's gonna get dropped down. There's one player left. Naruto. He's the last one. He gets taken down. 8 seconds left. Oh,
This is a winning point. This is winning point and winning time.
5 seconds.
The aggression comes through.
HiFi have it. There's 1 second left. HiFi.
Oh,
I think anybody can take it. The
no way.
rotation
We're on to the
comes
next.
in.
Oh, it comes through Radius Gaming. They got it. They stole it. On the doorstep. The threshold. They kept their.
1 second.
They stuck their foot out. They stuck their foot out right when the door was getting slammed in their face. And they did it. ADS Gaming. 250 to 249.
Naruto staying alive, literally the perfect amount of time to be able to secure the rotation for his team. Unbelievable. A 1-point game. That's all that was needed. I thought for sure HiFi had that, but the players on ODS were just sprinting, running
Folks,
3 times. Oh my.
Nico on his feet in his camera, folks. On his feet. That's how crazy that series was. I hope you guys were also standing up after this one, because that was unbelievable. And I don't know what team you guys are here cheering for. You've got to give massive claps for both of them, as we've had 3, not just 2 down to the wire maps. We had 3 in a row down to the wire, and we're coming back to Raid. My favorite map in the entirety of Call of Duty for Search and Destroy. Oh my gosh, Nico. The pinnacle of entertainment is upon us here in this amateur Call of Duty Masters League, brought to you by ALG.
Wow. Where is our Taco Bell sponsor, man? Like, this is the entertainment, the quality entertainment we need. We need our Taco Bell sponsorship. And I just can only hope we get a round 11 search and destroy, because my oh my, the way the first one went, we got a round 11, dude. We had a round 11. Who knows how this can go? Like, okay, these predictions are so unbalanced. Like, one team could just fall and crack under the pressure, or we could actually have the competition and make it go the distance, the round 11, the round 10, the round 9, whatever it may be. We're going to see this to the bitter end. And I got to know what your prediction's going to be, because these two teams have been absolutely electric in both respects to their own game modes. You know, their control. We saw a close control, a close S&D, not so close hard point, but the first one at least. But that one, as close as it could possibly get. Like, what's your prediction on that on this next
You
S&D?
know what? You know what, Nico? I feel like we both owe it to the teams. We owe it to the fans. Saying 5-6. I'm saying we see
Ooh.
another round 11 in S&D, and I'm gonna go HiFi this time around. You know, I'm feeling
Okay.
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. I'm feeling it.
All right, I'll play devil's advocate on that one. I'm going 6-5 ADS take it. You know, they had that clutch. They're in this game. They're in it to win it. The fire is going to be exactly what they need to pull off this win. I hope we get around 11, dude. My guess is Insanity gets at least a 10 piece. He's going to get at least, a 10-piece chicken nugget
Bro,
from.
I haven't seen a closer fight since Logan Paul versus KSI. That was a tight one. Actually, no, even tighter than that. I'm gonna I gotta throw that away. That's a dead meme. I gotta let me let me just recover that one in the grave there. I the closest this series right now has like Dallas Empire levels of like
NYSL, yeah. I
bro.
mean,
That's
well,
that you know what I mean? Like we got one team that's looking kind of cocky. They started speaking too soon. Clay speaking a bit too soon when his team went up 2, and then you're starting to see it like come down to the wire, and the team that was looking super hot and strong at the beginning, even potentially coming into this series, if those of you read it that way on paper as ADS Gaming, just being, if the odds were showing like a 2, a given ADS Gaming something around a 2 point something, and HiFi something low 1.1 or something, like you're seeing this one come down to the wire, and I'm so glad that this matchup is happening this early on, because it's gonna be this is gonna be such a nice story to follow and to
oh
see,
yeah.
like hopefully come back around when it comes playoff time at the end of the league, because that's, man, the explosiveness of that rematch would be absolutely monumental.
Oh yeah, definitely a storyline to follow there. Like this this S&D is pretty huge for this league. I mean that hard point could not have been any closer. The first search and destroy could not have been a bigger upset. Just a straight 5 in a row map win. The control was just back and forth, and oh man, this this one's gonna be a tough one. Like it's really hard to pick. It's really hard to place your money. It's like a coin flip. This is truly a coin flip. It's
It's
50-50.
like playing war at a casino.
Yep.
It's just whatever cards are dealt here. And my the most interesting thing for me out of all of this is the fact that you know ADS Gaming are the champions of the league, and this is Team HiFi, a completely new team to the league, coming in and going toe to toe.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I haven't seen this, like, in Call of Duty. You haven't seen this sort of a Cinderella, not necessarily fully Cinderella story, but you haven't seen some sort of story like this play out since when United came into the scene in Call of Duty and took it by storm.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you remember when that happened? Holy cow!
Oh my goodness, dude.
Bro, how crazy were some of those matches when they came up against some titans like Optic and FaZe, Complexity at the time, like just absolutely crazy scenes.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's just the young talent. A team that clicks well, the chemistry, and the vibes. It's crucial. Some players make you want to play, make you feel like you can play better, and that's an aspect and an element that most players seem to not really. I don't want to say understand, but seem to value. Mostly because you see all these pickup teams in the challengers leagues. Teams or players are coming from team to team to team to team and playing with these people that they probably don't even know what they look like. And a team like this, you just click, and one person can make you play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times better than what you thought you could. And the improvement, the constant scrim matches, this buildup of your skills, your gun skills, your movements, your map knowledge, it just all comes together. And right now, this is we're at game 5, and I really hope we get to see like a map 10, map 11. I want this to come down to the wire. I'm not rooting for any team. I'm rooting for a round 11. That is what I want to see. I do not care who wins this. I just want to see it come down to the wire.
Well, hopefully we get what we are asking for. And those of you in chat, I'm going to ask of you guys one last time. Spam those hashtags for your teams. Because boy oh boy, could they use the cheering so much right now. Like, you're seeing, you need ADS Gaming, need the cheering so much because they lost. They bottled really brutally the first S&D in this series. You're looking at HiFi, who just came off of the most recent map loss in a very heartbreaking fashion on the doorstep of 1 point difference. Like, this is do or die for both teams, and both teams, equally coming into this with negatives in their record coming in. You're looking, last map is a HiFi negative, and 3 maps ago was a negative. 2 maps and 3 maps ago was a negative on the side of ADS Gaming. Now we are loading into the map, and Nico, it's the tension. You could hear a pin drop on the map here. This is so epic, and I'm throwing you guys to the right screen here. I promise. As we are here, the teams have swapped sides here, so we're gonna see HiFi on the right, ADS Gaming on the left. Next match coming up. Next match coming up is gonna be even more crazy. Hopefully, we see some crazy action there as we start off this round with 2 big kills coming out of ADS Gaming. It's looking deja vu like, ADS Gaming coming out hot off the blocks. They get 2 big kills, Cronus and Modern this time around, showcasing themselves early in this one. They're going to get the first kills. Cronus going to try to get another kill onto Zim. He will. His shots just are able to latch onto him. As all 4 members of ADS Gaming up, and Spams left in a 1 versus 4. He's going to get rid of one. The time is not in his favor, and he might play for Streaks or chow another player. He's going to chow. He's going to back off. This should be truly round number 1 going over to ADS Gaming. But Team HiFi, out of the 2 teams here, HiFi, that one team you can't ever count out when behind in Search and Destroy now. After what they put up in the second map of this series, there's never a search they can't win from, and there's never a scoreline that they can't win from either. It's crazy, Nico. Now, HiFi, given the offense now to work with, they swap their sides. What do you need to see them do this time around?
Right. Oh man, you need to see Insanity pull off something, because he had a very slow start, and the reason that they were able to make that comeback was because he finished the round 8 and 6. He right about the 1-5 line. He was sitting pretty tough score line. But Astro gonna get the first kill for Team HiFi, making something, a push, something happen. And right now we're left at a 3-3 man-in-man advantage. Aim trying his best to get a kill all the way on the other side of the map. The bomb has been dropped down. Cronus is going to get his kill. He's already up 3 now. Zim with the trade, already back to a 2-2 man advantage again. Zim's probably going to get kicked out here. He's going to get taken out of the pool. Get out of my pool, buddy. That is not yours to swim in. 1 player left on the side of HiFi. Astro's got plenty to work with right now. 40 seconds left. 1 versus 2. Cannot count him out. He's still got plenty of potential.
He's got more than just potential. He's also got the right gun for the job from these lines of sight that he's taking. But as he comes down into the bottom of this mansion, moving forward, he's gonna have to pick up a bomb from a very precarious spot, and Aim will get the kill onto him. That is a 2-0 lead for ADS Gaming. Those of you sweating for HiFi, again, I'm going to remind you not to. And Nico, Your pool, when you started mentioning that pool stuff, you know what came to mind there?
What's that?
It made me think of some of those crappy lifeguards I had as a kid whenever I was at one of those public pools, and they're like, I'm not liking the attitude you're giving me, so you're losing your pool privileges. And that's sort of what just happened right there. They revoked his pool privileges over by Mansion. And Naruto gonna take a line here with the bomb right into that initial hardpoint spawn right there, P1. He's gonna push up to Gray Van here. Damn, Daniel.
Boy.
Shots are gonna come out at the foot, but the bomb is gonna be dropped at the foot of the van, and that's a very precarious spot for somebody like AIM to try to challenge with the players right there.
Oh man, dude, it's a one-to-one guy down. You know, bomb's been picked up. AIM is gonna move back, trying to secure a better positioning for him and his team to play at that beam bomb site. Insanity still sitting at a goose egg. AIM already being cracked, proving the chat wrong, and he can do it. Modern getting his kill. Insanity, the last one left alive for the 1 versus 3. Probably gonna spot Modern out here, but the B bomb has been planted. 40 seconds left on the clock. Insanity is gonna be able to get his first kill. He needs 2 more. Plenty to work with, but the biggest mistake that was made last round was that it was just played way too timidly. You know, you have this life, you need to be able to win those gunfights, and he loses it. 3-0 now. Deja vu. I am feeling very, very, very remembrance of what we saw in that S&D. You know, you still cannot count this team out yet.
Okay. If you know, I can understand if chat starts to say, "Oh, this is scripted, guys. This is 100% scripted." But that's only if HiFi wins this next round, because that's what happened. ADS Gaming was up 3-0. I remember, guys. ADS Gaming was up 3-0. Team HiFi got a round. Then ADS Gaming won the next 2. Then HiFi won the next 5. So
AIM and Cronus, dude, look at their kills. They haven't dropped a single time. As the caster's curse, I am helping.
Oh my God, both of them!
Helping the team out. You're welcome, HiFi. That was I take credit to Spams get this kill off the other side of the map. Modern is the last one left. He is chilling out mid map. 3 players are left alive, trying to snip him out as best as they can. The B bomb has been planted. Modern has to make a play. Not very much to work with. Spams at a 5-2. Very confident on a 3 streak. 35 seconds left. Oh me, oh my boy, oh my! It is looking very grim. He's playing.
Spams.
Oh my God, they're gonna know exactly where he is, and this is scripted. This is the WWE.
I'm gonna have to step away from the desk here, folks. This is really fishy stuff's happening here. I'm gonna take a breather for a sec. I'll be right back. Hopefully, you know, nobody's still claiming that Chase scripted this. Chase fixed the match.
I cannot believe that Caster's Curse came in at the right time, helping Team HiFi out, giving them some breathing room, stop the bleeding, giving them a chance to lick their wounds a little. But right now, ADS are on the offensive side, probably looking to aim towards a B bomb push. They're going to have 1 man holding down middle, playing for information, a 3-man brush over on B, trying desperately to get a first blood. Oh, and ADS is going to be able to get the kill onto Zim, but the trade is going to be there. Astro is helping his buddy out, getting the revenge kill. It's a 3 versus 3 man-to-man advantage. The B bomb site still looking to be played. The angles are all being watched. Cronus and Insanity might get the peak here. And Insanity's going to win the gunfight. It's a 2-2. Oh my goodness. And the rotation comes over to A. Insanity wins the first gunfight, but he's going to get caught turned around. Astro left in a 1 versus 1 against AIM. The bomb is going to get put down. Only 1. Oh my goodness. 40 seconds left. 1 player left for each.
Oh, I nearly thought he was going to fall off the map there.
Oh, that was close.
How embarrassing. How oh man, what a turn of events that would be. For further iterating how this series could be very scripted, very much scripted here. As AIM is going to be playing towards Mansion. Looks like we saw Astro sniffed out that bomb plant. He knows where it's down, so he's.
Astro needs to play. Is he gonna go for the defuse? I don't think the bomb. Astro played far too long on that. Astro just sitting there waiting for far too long.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Not exactly what happened.
That's the curse! The body shots came in, no way!
Oh my
No.
goodness. That's exactly what happened in the first search and destroy. The body shots spoke too early and they lost it.
This
I think we might.
the seal has been opened, man. The seal has been lifted. This is HiFi's time to just
Yeah.
turn on the nitros, man. Those shots came through, unlocked the door that you probably don't want to see unlocked, but whether or not this time around ADS Gaming is prepared for it, that's the big question. Is whether or not we see ADS Gaming prepared for this aggression and this another level that Team HiFi can bring to the table when they're getting their body shot. And we saw last time.
Zim's gonna get 2 kills here. I just feel it. Astro already. The first blood, as you said, the first blood typically gives that team the advantage over the most predominantly wins in these maps in Modern. He's gonna take out spams at 3 versus 3. The bomb is looking to be worked towards the B bomb site. Cronus trying to spot out Insanity, shoots him from the back, but he's not able to pick up the kill. He's just trying to rotate.
Damn.
Him and his whole team. Zim gets cut down. My pick was wrong. He's going to be sitting at a 1 and 5 at the bottom of the leaderboard. As unfortunate as that is, man, Insanity and Astro left in a 2 versus 3 in Modern. He's spotted. Insanity lost the gunfight. It's Astro all alone in a 1 versus 3. Exactly. This is the opposite what you want to happen. It's, oh my goodness. This is looking very deja vu. And Astro, he's not going to get a single pick. But,
No way.
This is exactly what happened.
But whether or not it ends up going the way of HiFi, you know.
I have faith.
But that's the thing. This is the thing, though, right? To make a miracle happen twice, like we're expecting lightning to strike twice here.
I do. As a very good friend once said, you just got to have some good faith. And HiFi right now.
I'm not saying I don't have it. I'm saying maybe I'm trying to find it right now. As Team HiFi has been they've been in the struggle bus. Like spams going 5 and 4, great, but that's only one above. 1 and 5 for Zim. Zim did a really good job in S&D last time around, but he doesn't have a credible spot that he could hide behind like he was before on those defense rounds that were able to really help dictate and change the pace of things. The bomb gets planted early by ADS Gaming. This is cause for concern. Cronus is gonna die as well, though.
Oh, dude, this is exactly what happened. Spams gets the third. It's 1 player left. Aim left in a 1 versus 3. The bomb is down. Insanity is gonna get. Oh, they're gonna double challenge. Chase. You were watching the same game, aren't we? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. 2 versus 5 now. The early body shots are leading into this. Astro feels it, dude. Oh my god, the comeback for 5 in a row. I have good faith. I have such good faith that this could turn out very poorly for ADS. Oh, my heart is racing.
Man, holy.
Oh
It's
my
your heart's racing. My sweat glands are activating at full capacity. I feel like Maven when playing Warzone with Merc on a Friday evening. Like this is just sweat to the max, nail-biting action here. Team HiFi, they did it once. Can they do it again?
Oh man, dude, this is exciting.
The Cinderella story here. We're looking at the team debuting up against here. One of the new teams to the league up against the crowning champs from last season. The S&D last time around was closer than a grandmother to her granddaughter. And and Naruto is gonna shoot bodies down. The 1 versus 2. If Astro is able to do this after Naruto shot those bodies.
A very notably star player in the last map. Can he pull off this 1 versus 2 to shut those body shots up? The bomb still needs to be worked around. He's gonna take 1. It's a 1 versus 1. That's what you get for shooting bots, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, hold me. Hold me now, Nico. It's AIM. It's AIM who's left. The chat, the villain of the chat.
They need to play. He needs to play for a kill. Astro needs to play something.
The bomb needs to get picked back up by Astro.
Oh.
But AIM's standing really close nearby this bomb.
I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be time.
It's gonna be time. He needs to make it there.
There's no
He's ran out.
time.
He's ran out of time.
No time.
Aim has played this so well. Is he gonna jump off the map? Surely he doesn't. In the back,
man.
they win it. The heartbreak. The HiFi fans. Team HiFi do everything that they can to try to change the outcome. They tried to come back from the jaws of defeat twice in a row, but they just couldn't do it. ADS Gaming take this series in the end with a convincing search and destroy. This time around, they were able to close it out and not choke.
Yikes.
Choke on their food, choke on their water, just choke on whatever they were enjoying in that search and destroy garrison, because that was an utter choke. But this time around, they prove all the haters and doubters wrong in this search and destroy and woke up. Absolutely masterful performance out of the boys on both these teams. Massive claps and cheers and shout outs to both the players of these teams, the representatives of these organizations in chat, and of course the fans that showed up to drop some trash talk, some juicy spams and copy pastas for their teams in chat throughout this series. And my oh my, Nico, what a reflection we have in front of us right now to deal with and break down after this crazy series.
I mean, yeah, you can't really beat Astro too much up about that one. I mean, you're left into a lot of pressure, but I think probably the biggest mistake was just simply running the clock down when it was just absolutely unnecessary to. He just kind of played a little too timidly. I understand you're in a 2-5 situation. You know, you're looking for the next map, and you know, it's a 1 versus 1. You're in a 1v2. You take down this first player, and you got to make the bomb plant. And you know, fishing for that other player on the side of ADS is just really tough, especially when you have all this pressure. You know, your team is sitting there, every single one of them watching you. Uh, Heartbreaking. You know, it's not easy to recreate history as we saw in that particular situation, but man, you really got to appreciate the competition that was shown in that. You know, I love the trash talk and the chat. You know, people aren't too happy about that one, but you know, that would have been quite something if we saw round 11. That would have been quite something.
And if I could just give you guys a bit of info here on how this kind of shakes up the group here. So this puts the first dent in a HiFi's record. They're now going to be 2-1 going in the week 2. They still have another match to play off stream this week, so it's going to be interesting if they can still get a win there and keep their record above water and not have to even things out and be on the water's surface at 2-2 to end the week off. ADS Gaming 3-0 puts them at the top of the group. The Kings are still the Kings, but Team Natural, the other team in this group that's coming into week 2 with an undefeated record, still to see HiFi or ADS Gaming play against. That's going to be an interesting one to shake up the salad, toss the food, so to speak. And you know, both these teams, maybe I'm talking about food because I'm absolutely starving here.
I thought you were gonna say toss the salad.
No, I fumbled around, hopefully not to say that, but now that you said it, sir, somebody can clip that. Somebody can clip you saying it. So great. Yo, chat, you guys know what to do. Show it on the timeline. I'll retweet it. Tag Nico and me in it, you know. But here, breakdown time, reflection time. Let's get it done and dusted so we can get into a nice break, rest our voices, get some water in our systems, rehydrate after all the sweat that we released during that series, and get ready for an absolute banger following with Doc, or also known as Dawn of Chaos, up against 302 Gold, who are both undefeated teams, both returning organizations to the ALG Masters League. Now, breakdown of this one. Which team you're gonna go with for the opening?
Ooh, that's so tough. I want to say Dawn of Chaos, mostly.
No. Breakdown. For
Sorry.
ADS versus HiFi. Who do you want to jump onto to give your analysis on, and then to highlight a standout player from that team for the series?
I'm gonna pick ADS, considering this is the first time that I saw them play, and man, player to pick, the player to watch out for me was Aim. He was just a man that stirred the chili. He was the one that took a dump in the other player's punch bowl. And the other side, he was the one that as the way that came out, Aim played such a huge role in that. Aim was just the turd in the punch bowl for the side of HiFi. The S&D was very lackluster. Something definitely could have been happening. I'm sure the comms are in a bit of a. I honestly don't know. I don't know if they're celebrating or if they're thinking about
Oh, they're
why.
knowing them. I played with them the other day. They're definitely celebrating. They're screaming middle fingers like what Clayster did. You know, definitely big time. They
Man,
showboat.
it,
Even in
I
league
mean,
play. Even in league
yeah.
play.
I mean, you gotta love that. I mean, the competition. You always gotta love the competition. There's a fine line between competition and toxicity, but always got to appreciate the competition in these players. And I think probably their highs were probably the hard points. Considering the first one they had a strong start. Their weakest is definitely, I want to say S&D, but they brought it up 5-1. They just managed to choke it, but they did make up for it with the 5-2 in the second S&D. So there's definitely some inconsistencies within their search and destroys, but I'd give S&D their lows and their hard point their highs. That's my takeaway from ADS Gaming. Impressive group.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you highlighting Aim, I believe, right, as the player of the series for that squad.
Certainly.
You know, as much as we all love heroes, you got to appreciate a good villain, and that's what Aim brings to the
Oh yeah.
table for this league. And back to back, he's looking to go with this roster, and he could very much do it with this roster if they can put together performances on these winning maps like they were able to do today against HiFi, and not choke like they did also against HiFi. But
Yeah.
over on my side of things, giving you guys a little rundown in my opinion, my breakdown of the team of HiFi who just came narrowly, away from winning it map 4. I think they really had it map 4. They choked that map 4 hard. And they definitely should have won it in the hard point. I'm looking, if I look down and I break down the maps, the opening hard point not good at all. They really need to work on spruce up that hard point. They need to be able to close out a lead as well as be able to hold sort of these hills better and not have them broken into so easily. There's no alarm system on these points. That a standard store that ADS Gaming, their shop they put up, they have. And that's one of the important things, HiFi needs to worry about when it comes to hard point, search and destroy. HiFi, once again, like, I need to see more maps. I need to see them play on more S&D maps for me to really get a feel for what maps they're best on and, what they can do really well on. That Garrison, that was an absolutely insane moment that happened, and they
Yeah.
were able to ride that into the control that really helped them out. Both teams astonishingly great control on the Garrison. It wasn't like one of those standard controls map 5 where it was only defensive rounds that were won. We actually saw an offense and defense won by both teams. So massive props to both of them for being able to do that. Overall, HiFi just need to clean up those creases. They need to be able to work on some of those coordination plays when it comes to either breaking hills or defending hills in hardpoint. That can be a big difference maker for them. Their rotation is good too. And then, man of the match overall for HiFi, it's got to be the boy Insanity for me. As once he gets hot, it's really hard to really simmer him down or cool him off. You need, like, the way that ADS Gaming were able to handle him well was they were able to stop him from getting going multiple times. And that's what ultimately helped them win the series. That one of the keys that helped them win the series was sort of the way they stunned the stunt the growth in the performance of Insanity and big time he showed up. Spams, definitely that honorable mention that Spams was
Oh, yeah.
also that other player stepped up big time. I would say that out of the 4 players on HiFi, Spams was the most improved from the last series that they played. I think he was the bigger. He shone a lot brighter than the last time we saw them play, and I think this HiFi squad, if they stay hot, they don't get cold feet, and don't let this loss drag them down or keep them down for much long. They could be back up in the top in no time and be contesting it by the end of the season in the playoffs for that championship. And we'll see how things unravel and when playoff time comes by. But we have ourselves a beauty of a matchup coming up next, Nico.
Oh yeah, an exciting one, definitely. Dawn of Chaos, 302 gold, not 302 blue, which as we've seen was an underwhelming performance, but 302, however, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. Again, 2 potential Titans looking to bring competition, heat, some power, some meat to the potatoes. Man, that one's a tough one to process. This game I'm still kind of sitting on. But it's going to be an exciting one for sure.
Yeah, and we will be taking a short break, folks. I'm take off this Naruto swag for the next series because Naruto is going to be able to rest easy now with that win under his team's belt. Very narrow victory, but a victory nonetheless. And we will be jumping into this other matchup, just as you were preluding to. 2 Titans that very much could top that group. Over on the opposite side of things, Dawn of Chaos, the strongest one right now when you look at odds in that group based off of performances from week 1. They're at the top of the heap at 2-0 score, and you're looking over at the 203 esports gold side. They're at a 1-0, still needing to replay a matchup against Kings Grant Killers, KGK, another top team in that group who is undefeated. Now, what we see, what are you expecting us to see if these 2 teams, before we leave ADS Gaming and HiFi in the dust for now? What are you expecting from a rematch between these 2, Nico?
Oh, I'm certainly expecting some fire, some heat. It's very hard to tell who's gonna come out on top. That's a coin flip for me. I'm just expecting what we saw tonight. Just fire, heat. What was athleticism? If you could really say that. I know that's a very controversial word in this particular industry, but yeah, I'm expecting competition, heat.
And that's exactly what we should be rewarded with. And we will be jumping into the next match of tonight shortly, folks. So, go take your washroom break, grab some food, popcorn, get a drink of water, stay hydrated, folks. We'll be back with more action to come shortly, folks. This has been Fortrixel and Nico.
Nico, yes, sir.
And we'll be with you guys for the next series as well tonight. So stay tuned.
bit-by-bit, creative imagination began to build a new art form.
Makes me feel I belong to something.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There was a bit of a break. I know for a bunch of you guys, you'd probably say it was a long intermission, but for me and Nico, well needed, well needed. We got to rest our voices. We got to swig on some water like I have here. I got to change up my attire. Toss that Naruto sweater over to the side because we got ourselves two massive teams here, and unfortunately during that break we found out that 302 is no longer undefeated. They have a blemish on their record, and there are only two teams with undefeated records in this group, and it's going to be Dawn of Chaos and the team that took down 302 off stream in a 5-game blistering series. KGK will be also undefeated. These are three teams I'm mentioning here that are all returning teams, two of which, KGK and 302, that performed very poorly, did not meet the mark in the first league of Masters League in Modern Warfare. But this time in Cold War, these teams are looking a lot different. And Nico, my man, joining me once again for a back-to-back bonanza of series. And here we go. Dawn of Chaos versus 302. Nico, what are your expectations here coming off of that last series?
Oh man, that last series, I'm expecting a game 5. To be honest with you, like I'm just expecting excitement. I'm expecting more, even and nothing less than what we saw. You know that was two titans, but right now we're looking at two teams that have shown some very convincing skill on both sides. You know, we have Dawn of Chaos, who I believe was my first or second time casting with the ALG League, and uh, strong team to say the least. Very strong team. And then I can't remember who I saw 302.
Your boy, who also I heard got featured in a article recently about ALG League. Your boy Aurora on Dawn of Chaos. Do you remember that one? He ended up taking the man of the series ultimately from their match from week 2. I will just quickly before we start up the series, as the players are still joining in the lobby. I know we had a few people in the chat kind of complaining that, you know, we were taking our time here, but we also didn't have the players in the lobby. Both Nico and I can Nico's got me on the witness there.
Yeah, we're waiting on 2 more.
But the players are populating back into the lobby. We'll have them also get sorted into the right size, sort of like the hat from Harry Potter. Actually, not really like the hat of the Harry Potter, because they already know what size they're going on. Where was I even going with that? Jeez, Chase, you're already showing signs of tiredness after that first series that really took so much energy out of us. My voice is definitely sounding. I don't know if Nico, I don't know if you can pick it up, but my voice is sounding a bit shot, just a tad.
Yeah, I still got a bit in me. You know, I'm ready. I just I gotta. You know, it's starting to become bedtime in my household, so people are just gonna have to deal with me because there's no way I'm gonna settle down if this game gets crazy. There's just no way.
Well, we do have one team here with the 2-0 record that we know of, and that's Dawn of Chaos. How they got that 2-0 record? Well, they started off in week 1 with dropping a big 3-0 amongst a lot of other teams in the league on stream, and they dropped it up against OTB Esports. There was a big Garrison hardpoint where they were able to win it very convincingly, nearly, and I mean just nearly, a 100-point club. Their opponents only got 105 points to heartbreakingly stop the 100-point club to 250 that was earned by Dawn of Chaos. The second map in that series, Garrison's S&D, you know, there's a crazy story with Garrison S&Ds, because that last map, that last series we just had 6-5 Garrison S&D. That series was a 6-5 S&D for Dawn of Chaos. And then map number 3 basically told all the signs of the collapse of OTB after that heartbreaking S&D. They lost it 3-0. So that was it. That was that big series that we saw the boys of Dawn of Chaos win on stream, not lose. Because don't quote me, they won it. And then they were able to win a off stream, I believe, 3-0 as well. I'm just gonna get that double checked here. Yes, a 3-0 against Divine Future, which was really interesting. That they were able to do that, but I wish I saw that one. That was another team that came out with a win in the regular season, in the streams last week. Then we look over to the side of 302 Gold. We have them hot off the blocks. Their blue team absolutely, and for lack of better words, shit the bed in their series against HiFi, and they got punished heavily. Now, that being said, their blue team didn't look too nice. We saw in the chat just after that one, like, 302 Esports just, like, snickering, like, you think that's all we have? You guys haven't seen our gold squad, and oh boy, did the gold squad deliver up against Next Gaming. They dropped a fat 3-0 as well. Delivery, not Delicio, folks. Absolutely smoked the players of Next Gaming. He got the man of that series. Nico, you talked quite a bit about him a little bit there in that one, and gave him a good buzz. And Connor, a man subbing in, who's no longer going to be with us for this series, actually, because the player that's the main starting roster that he filled in the shoes on, Busky, is here. He is present. So, oh boy. We might be in for a crazy treat of a series here, as the players look to all be in here. We will be getting things sorted in just one moment. Nico, the maps, you have them on hand. You know what they are. I can move to the screen.
I believe so.
Okay,
man.
breakdown screen coming to you guys. Here, Nico. Time to ice up, my boy.
Yes, sir. Dawn of Chaos, 302 Gold. I believe the first map is going to be starting off on Garrison. Then we're moving on to our Search and Destroy Moscow. And a Raid Control, an interesting control map for a series such as this. And then a Hardpoint Checkmate. We saw a pretty fire and electric Checkmate map that last series. And to finish it off, hopefully if we get there, a Search and Destroy Garrison. Wow, that's a lineup. You know, we got a bunch of a mix. Garrison's the only repeats at the tail end of each of those. And man, it's really hard to pick a team that you really would put your confidence in, considering you know, Delivery and Drake MVP are playing with two different players, ones that I haven't particularly seen. But nonetheless, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of miss Connor. You know, he was, man, he was heavy. He was a heavy man. He was a titan on that team. He played well. He had slaying power. He knew how to play OBJ effectively. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a little sad to not see Connor up here. Man, it's gonna be a tough pick for which one of these teams, because both of these teams have the potential. They have the 3-0 potential. They have, for certain, they have the gun skill to be able to steamroll a team. But as we saw in the last one, it was certainly not a 3-0. And I can only expect competition and fire between these two teams. And on a map like Hardpoint, you know, those, what we saw last time, the defenses. You know, you get your rotations, but what does it mean if you can't hold your defense? It's going to be very important for these teams to be able to set up early and not only hold their positioning, but to play the right amount of trades. Know which kills to go for, know which ones to give up, pick your gunfights effectively. And scrap time. Again, scrap time was something that people were that just didn't. If I don't want to spoil it, but the last hard point match we saw, map 4, literally down to the wire, and it was because the hard point right before that, the scrap time was picked off. 2 seconds was just left. So scrap time again is going to be extremely crucial into picking these up. If it's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, pick it up if you can. Those are just, you know, my keys to victory, as the CDL would call it, for these teams to win. But as of now, I don't have a favorite.
We got the keys to victory. Where's our barracks? We gotta get something going. Maybe a little bit of a podcast. Maybe we get a little bit of a podcast show going, coming on like at the end of every week, where we maybe break down some of what happened, you know, the week before. I don't know. Maybe we do something like that. I know 100% though, when it comes playoff time, we will in fact be bringing back the interviews, guys. And I know how
Oh, yeah.
much the fans loved the interviews at the end in the playoffs last year, especially when you have people like Naruto, who, if you guys don't know him, he's the type of guy that will scream like a basic chick in a horror movie when the villain comes around, and he will do that in S&D and pretty much any game mode when he turns a corner and sees somebody there, and he talks a lot of smack along with the bullet shots, and I know a lot of you guys are definitely going to want to hear from AIM as well with if in ADS in the interviews and such, and over on Dawn of Chaos, pretty sure a lot of us would want to hear more from Aurora, one of the star players on that roster this year, and for 302, you got to be like Busky has to be one of those people to maybe chat with. Kuid, Reckle, those guys all doing great jobs. And well, we are in fact having some lobby issues here, so we are in fact gonna have to take a little bit of a break, folks. I'm not trying to chalk this up, guys, and give you guys a headache of more delays and waits, but we will be back shortly with this momentous match coming off of a crazy 3-2 that happened right before between ADS Gaming and the team that lost HiFi. So we will be back shortly. Nico, any last words before the break?
Just stick around, hop on your phone, get on TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. We'll be back soon. We're just trying to figure out,
If you guys want, drop us some follows on our Twitters while you guys are on break with us.
Peek the Twitter, they're on screen, it's not that, just whatever. Scroll, don't go, just don't leave, stay with us. Watch this Titan battle, match it out. If it's anything like the last one, you're definitely gonna want to stick around.
Well, we'll be back, guys. We'll give you guys the maps just for the break. Okay, so see you guys in a moment.
want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, 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 jump. Up in the air, I want you to jump. Jump.
Wow, what banger music in the break. Nico, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna have to send you some of the playlist songs that I've been playing over this break because they've been absolutely flawless. And well, we are just about to start in the matchup too, as both me and you can see the lobby is ready. The lobby is ready, and Nico, thoughts? You know, what is the opening? What's your opening hardpoint prediction here on Garrison?
Man,
Do you have a series prediction? Throw out the map prediction. Let's just go straight to a series prediction.
I'm gonna say it's a 3-2. We're gonna see a game 5 with the way the last one came.
Who? Who?
I'm gonna give it to Dawn of Chaos. I'm gonna give it to Dawn of Chaos. I
Yeah?
mean, they're undefeated right now. They're at a taller stand right now. You know, their confidence says something.